I get the question a lot, how do you start your day? And, I think one of the ways it's important to start our day is early, okay? And matter of fact, I have a couple of times with some of our big mentors out there. Check this out. Tim Cook from Apple CEO, he wakes up at 4:30 in the morning. Disney CEO Bob Iger, 4:30. Howard Schultz, CEO of Starbucks, 4:30 in the morning. Richard Branson sleeps until 5:45 a.m. Now, you don't have to wake up that early. It's not about what time you wake up. It's what you do once you open your eyes. I think that's really, really key, because when I wake up, and sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's 7 a.m. It kind of depends, if the kids had a good night's sleep too. But what I do the first thing when I wake up is I'm thinking about and I'm grateful and I'm praying. And for you, that might be, God, the universe, whatever that is. But it's the instant state of gratitude. Literally before my feet hit the floor, I'm already thinking of that. I'm putting myself in that state. Okay, I'm not grabbing my phone and looking at Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or any type of social media or email. I'm not doing any of that. Your email box is just other people's agenda for your life. And so I don't want to be distracted. I want to start my day on purpose. And so I think that a lot of us, all too often, is we just reach for the phone because it's right there and we start to surf. And what happens is you're literally at the whim of whatever shows up in your news feed. You have no control of what's going to show up in your news feed on Twitter or on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And literally, you're hijacking yourself already. You're already hijacking your mind. You're hijacking your purpose. You're already in reaction mode. All right. So I don't do any of that. Okay. So once I'm grateful and all of that, spend a couple minutes there, I get up and I immediately start drinking water. Now for me, I put super greens in my water. Some of you are wondering, what's super greens? Well, Google that, amazing grass super greens. I do the immunity thing. So I dump that in there in a half a bottle of water and I slam that. And then I have another bottle of water after that. And then I get on the treadmill and I start moving. If you don't have a treadmill, start moving or walking around the house or going up and down your stairs if you have stairs or something. I just start getting the blood going in my body, in my brain. And then once I start doing that, I start listening to something positive, okay? For me, it's the audio Bible. Sometimes it's a podcast or some other personal development thing that I'm listening to. I want to get that good stuff in my brain all the time, first thing in the morning, because we all know that as the day goes on and we start interacting with other people and they start bringing their energies and their attitudes or lack thereof or whatever to us, we have to kind of have that barrier. We got to already develop that thick skin. And so I do that every single day. Okay, and so I've developed that for years and years and years and years. So I have a really thick skin to be able to handle the stuff that comes at me. Now, it's you have to be prepared for that. Okay, and we're not prepared for everything, but you know what I mean. Just getting your mind in that place where you're feeling good, right? And I think more times than not, we kind of stumble into the morning. A lot of people do this, and I don't want after this video, I don't want you to do that. Don't just stumble into the morning. Don't be like shuffling like your feet, and then you shuffle over to the coffee maker, and then you make your coffee, and then you're like, rah, until you get your coffee, it's like, don't talk to me. I get that, okay? Sometimes I get that way when I'm hungry. I get hangry, right? And so, but one of the things that we need is our body's dehydrated. Like after 7, 8, 9 hours of sleeping or 6 hours, however much sleep that you get, our body's dehydrated. We haven't drinking anything, is it drunk or drink? I don't know, whatever. I'm not here to do the grammar thing. So we got to get that stuff in our bodies, right? And then we kind of stumble in, and then we might, if you still read the paper or you get on the net and you start reading stuff or whatever, you're just in this, you're kind of going by the seat of your pants. And I'm saying is today, let's start different today. All right, let's be a professional. Let's be a pro with your time. Okay, you might be a pro, in your job and different things that you're doing in your life, but maybe you're not really a pro with how you work your mornings, right? And you could, do some things that can move the needle and really give you the edge. And see, another thing that I love about waking up early or a little bit earlier than everybody else before everybody else wakes up is I can really pay attention to what I'm doing, right? I can really focus on it. I don't have any distractions. And I feel like, here's the secret, I feel like I'm ahead of everybody else. At least for a little while, right? And so it might still be dark outside. The sun hasn't, rose up yet or hasn't risen. It's not an English kind of day for me. Sorry. Anyways, so it's like I feel like I'm ahead. And so try this. Try it for a week. okay? Try it for a couple of days and you'll see, it's going to be a little tough to change, right? If that's not what you're doing. But I challenge you. This is what the top CEOs and Richard Branson's doing every single morning. They've got all the money. They've got what they need. There's a different reason why they're waking up early. They're excited about life. They're excited about their purpose, right? They want to snap back the sheets of the bed and just hop out of bed and like cat-like moves, and just really attack the day. And that's the kind of attitude that we have to bring to the table. We have to generate that in the moment. It just doesn't fall on us like a piano, right? From a third-story building or something, right? It's something we generate in the moment. Like, my good friend Brendan Bouchard says that the power plant doesn't have energy, it generates it, okay? We all don't have good attitudes, we generate it in the moment. That's what we do, right? And so let's start our mornings on the right foot this time. Let's wake up on the right side of the bed. Let's be grateful. Okay, let's get up and drink some water or some greens or whatever gets the good stuff in our body, get hydrated. Let's get moving and start listening to something positive. Those are 4 things you can start doing like immediately. If you haven't even done it today, you can start doing that today, right? Or definitely start it tomorrow morning. All right, and get going on a string of that. I'd love to hear the results from that. For those of you that have already been doing it, make your comments below. If you haven't, hey, comment below and say, hey, I want to start doing that. I'm excited about that. Thank you so much, whatever. So that's good, right? So hopefully this helps you arrive at your next intended destination, healthy, wealthy, and happy.